Do you know when to use walk versus walking or play versus playing? Or do you get confused when to use is, are, was, or were in a sentence? If that's a confusion or if that's a question, you should watch this video till the end. In this video, I will tell you when to use is, was, were, or are in a sentence, when to use play versus playing or walk versus walking. This is part 2 of tenses. I have uploaded part 1. The link is available in the description. I would request you to watch part 1 first and then part 2 so that you can understand part 2 properly. Along with that, if you love food or if you want to know where would you get amazing food, I have a YouTube channel available or mentioned in the description. Also, if you're a gamer, I have a gaming page available in the description or mentioned in the description. Please watch both of them. For now, I would request you to watch this video on tenses part 2. Thank you so much. Let's do a quick recap. In part 1, we talked about verb, verb form, and 3 tenses. First is present simple tense, which is used for habits, general truth, facts, and fixed arrangement. And the structure is subject plus V1 or V5. Example, he drinks coffee every day. Another example, I drink coffee every day. Here, he is a subject, drinks is V5 form of drink. I is a subject and drink is a base form. The second tense is the past simple tense, an action that started in the past and completed in the past. It is used for past action, past habit, past duration, and past facts. The structure is subject plus V2. It could be regular or irregular verb. Example, I completed my homework yesterday. Another example, they sat on the bench all day. Here in this example, I is a subject, completed is V2 form of complete, which is regular verb, and they is a subject, and sat is V2 form of sit, and it's an irregular verb. Let's look at the third, that's future simple tense. It is used for an action that will start and end in the future, and it has 2 forms, will and be going to. The structure is subject plus will or is going to plus V1 form. Example, I will send the details tomorrow. He is going for vacation to Hawaii. In this example, I is a subject, will is a helping verb, send is an action verb or the main verb. Another example, he is a subject, is an helping verb or auxiliary verb, going is an action verb. Now remember, in simple tense we don't use the ing form. We don't say playing, going, walking, talking. We use have, had, has as standalone verb. For example, I have a car, which is a simple present tense, and have is the only verb in the sentence. Or I had a car, which is simple past tense, and had is the only verb in the sentence. Similarly, is, was, are is also used as standalone verb. For example, she is a teacher, which is a simple tense, and is the only verb in the sentence. Or he was a teacher, which is a simple past tense, and was is the only verb in the sentence. Now, before we start with tenses today, let us understand when do we use verb with s, when do we use am, is, are, have versus has, do versus does, go versus goes. So let's look at that first. We use I, we, they, you objects plural. We use have, do, go, verb without s, such as play, work, eat, drink. For he, she, person's name, place's name, objects in singular, we use has, does, goes, verb with s, such as plays, works, eats, drinks. Let's look at few examples. They have a car. I go to school. We play football. I work on weekends. We do our homework. She or he has a car. Raj goes to school. Arun plays football. It has a handle. Rahul drinks coffee. So this is called subject-verb agreement, which is a different grammar rule. I will upload a video on subject-verb agreement pretty soon. Now let us understand the other tenses today. First we'll look at present continuous tense. Let's assume that this is a timeline. The present continuous tense is used to show that an ongoing action is happening now, either at the moment of speech or now in general sense. So it is used for action happening now. For example, you are learning English now. In this example, you are learning English now. It's a present activity which is happening now. Second example, Rahul is watching a video. In this example, Rahul performs an action of watching a video, and it's a present activity which is ongoing. It is also used for longer actions in progress now. Now, in English, now can be used for this second, today, this month, this year, this century, and so on. Sometimes we use the present continuous to say that we are in the process of doing a longer action which is in progress. However, we might not be doing at this exact second. For example, I'm studying to become a doctor. In this example, it is not necessary I'm studying while I'm talking to you at this moment. Second example, I'm reading the book Meditation. Similarly, in this example, it is not necessary that I'm reading the book at this moment. It is also used for or to indicate that something will or will not happen in the near future. For example, I'm meeting some friends after work. In this example, I have mentioned about meeting some friends in near future, that is after my shift or after my work. Second example, they are working tonight. In this example, someone will work tonight, that means in the future. We use is with singular subject. We use are with plural subject. We also use am with I. The structure is subject plus am or is or are plus V4 form, which is the ing form. Let's look at the structure in the given example. You is a subject, are is a helping verb, learning is an action verb, Rahul is a singular subject, is an helping verb, watching is an action verb, I is a subject, am is a helping verb, studying is an action verb. I is a subject, am is a helping verb, reading is an action verb. Similarly, I is a subject, am is a helping verb, meeting is an action verb. They is a subject, are is a helping verb, working is an action verb. Let's do a quick recap on present continuous tense. So we use the present continuous tense for action happening now, longer action in progress now, or actions in near future. The structure is subject plus am or is or are plus the V4 form, that's the ing form. I hope you have understood the present continuous tense. Now let us understand the past continuous tense. Assume that this is the timeline. The past continuous tense is used for an action that is ongoing in the past and it's interrupted by a simple past action. So basically there are two actions in past continuous tense. Let's look at where we use it. We use it to indicate that a longer ongoing action in the past was interrupted by a shorter action in the simple past. For example, I was watching TV when she called. In this example, I was watching is a longer ongoing action which is interrupted by a shorter action in the simple past, which is when she called. Another example, when the phone rang, she was writing a letter. Similarly, in this example, she was writing a letter is a longer ongoing action which is interrupted by a shorter action in the simple past, which is when the phone rang. It is also used to talk about a specific time as an interruption. Let's look at an example. Last night at 6 p.m. I was eating dinner, specific time. At midnight we were still driving through the desert. It is also used to express the idea that both actions were happening at the same time. So the actions are parallel. For example, I was studying while he was making dinner. In this example, I was studying and he was making dinner. These both are past parallel action. Another example, while Ellen was reading, Tim was watching television. Similarly, in this example, Ellen was reading and Tim was watching television. These are both past parallel action. So the structure for past continuous tense is subject plus was or were plus the V4 form, that's the ing form. Let's look at few examples. I is a subject, was is a helping verb, watching is an action verb. She is a subject, was is a helping verb, writing is an action verb. I is a subject, was is a helping verb, eating is an action verb. We is a subject, were is an helping verb, driving is an action verb. I is a subject, was is a helping verb, studying is an action verb. Similarly, he is a subject, was is a helping verb, making is an action verb. Ellen is a subject, was is a helping verb, reading is an action verb. Tim is a subject, was is a helping verb, watching is an action verb. So remember, we use was with singular subject and verb with plural subject. Let's do a quick recap in past continuous tense. So we use the past continuous tense for interrupted action in the past, specific time as an interruption in the future, and parallel action. So the structure is subject plus was or were plus V4 form. I hope you have understood the past continuous tense. Now let's understand the future continuous tense. Let's assume that this is the timeline. It is used to show that an ongoing future action is interrupted by another action in the future. It has two actions. So future continuous tense has two different forms: will be doing and be going to be doing. Let's look at the usage in detail. Future continuous tense is used to indicate a longer action in the future which will be interrupted by a shorter action in the future. For example, I will be watching TV when she arrives tonight. So in this example, I will be watching is a longer action and it will be interrupted by a shorter action which is when she arrives tonight. Another example, he will be studying in the library tonight, so he will not see Jennifer when she arrives. In this example, will be studying at the library is a longer action and it will be interrupted with the shorter action when she arrives. It is also used when a longer action is interrupted by a shorter action in the future with a specific time. For example, tonight at 6 p.m. I am going to be eating dinner. So in this example, I will start my dinner at 5:30 p.m. and it would take me an hour, and at 6 p.m. I will still be eating dinner. Another example, at midnight we will still be driving through the desert. In this example, we will start our journey in the afternoon through the desert. However, till midnight it is a possibility we will still be driving through the desert. It is also used with two actions in the same sentences. It expresses the idea that both actions will be happening at the same time. So the actions are parallel. For example, I'm going to be studying and he is going to be making dinner. Let's look at the structure. A future continuous tense has two forms: will be doing and be going to be doing. So it will have two structures: subject plus will be plus V4, that's the ing form, and subject plus am or is or are plus going to be plus V4 as the ing form. So for example, in these examples, I is a subject, will be is helping verb, watching is an action verb. He is a subject, will be is helping verb, studying is an action verb. I is a subject, am going to be is a helping verb, eating is an action verb. We is a subject, will still be is an helping verb, driving is an action verb. I is a subject, am going to be is a helping verb, studying is an action verb. And he is a subject, is going to be is a helping verb, making is an action verb. Let's do a quick recap. A future continuous tense is used for interrupted action in the future, specific time of interruption in the future, or parallel action in the future. So the structure is subject plus will be plus V4, that's the ing form, and subject plus am or is or are plus going to be plus present participle, that is the V4 form. I hope you have understood the future continuous tense, and I hope you have understood all the three tenses today. And I hope you have liked this video. This is part 2 of tenses. I will soon upload part 3 on tenses. I would request you to like, subscribe, share and comment on my video, and share it with especially with those friends who want to learn English. Thank you for joining in.